It is MSU Athletics Hall of Fame week, and we have none other than who? Greg Jones joining the show. That's right, we got a big one. Let's get right to it. Woo!
Are Locked On Spartans, your daily podcast on the Michigan State Spartans, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Spartan friends, Spartan family, thank you so much for joining us today on Locked On Spartans. We have a massive show with a massive guest in Greg Jones. But first, LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. Terms and conditions apply. What on earth am I still doing talking? No one wants to hear from me. Everyone wants to hear from the man, the myth, the legend, and MSU Athletics Hall of Fame inductee, Greg Jones. So, Greg, tell us, how on earth are you doing, man? What have you been up to lately?
I'm doing good, man. I got wife, 3 kids now, and and I've been doing this company called Piva. It's a really cool thing, man. I think what we're doing with the kids and athletes and professional athletes, we help people and players, right, operate and play with less anxiety. We're an app-based program. We offer awareness meditation, compassion training, breath work. We also offer a biofeedback reader that helps player get into the zone faster and last longer as well too. So when you see guys having like 10 tackle games or crazy amounts of completions as a quarterback or receptions as a receiver, we help those players, get into the zone faster and longer. So that way it's not very frantic. And when it does happen, it's not like, oh man, this guy's never done this before or she's never done this before. We try to help players play more consistently and at the same time help them be better off the field as best as possible as well too.
I mean, that just kind of sounds like your whole career at State, right? Hey, right from the top when you said like 10 tackles and also being consistent and also being awesome off the field as well.
Yeah.
Well, and now here you are this Saturday being inducted into the MSU Athletics Hall of Fame. Can you just walk us to what that was like when you found out? Was it a phone call? Was it a letter? Just walk us through that whole day where you found out you were getting inducted.
Dude, it was a phone call. It was a phone call and from Alan Hallard, and me and Alan, have been talking for a little bit now about a few different things. And I didn't know, what I mean? I didn't realize, how fast it was coming along.
Right.
And, I left in 2010 and, a lot of time has passed since then. And there's been a lot of great players, over that time as well, after that and also before that. So to be in that realm and be in that conversation and kind of now more permanently, being inducted is just a great honor. And I just feel, so many great teammates over the years that I've had, come and play, and guys I still talk to today has been really cool. And I say it all the time, I would not been here without them, and the coaching staff as well too has been tremendous all 4 years. And watching those guys, kind of move on and do great things as well too after Michigan State has been really awesome.
And obviously, you had great coaching along the way. Played under Mark D'Antonio, no doubt about that. Who are some of the behind the scenes people though that you would want to thank the most? Who really that maybe the camera doesn't always show or that you don't always hear about in your life impacted your play on the field the most?
Yeah, I guess I'll start with Coach Manny.
Sure.
And the strength staff at that time, Coach Hoke. Those guys were just amazing. I mean, me and Coach Manny had a lot of talks. Me and Coach Hoke had a lot of talks, and I think those talks helped, me become who the guy, I wanted to be on campus and as well too when I'm not, and also on the field also. So Coach Manny and Coach Hoke, I mean, I still talk to those guys, and we message from time to time, and love that dude. I think off the field, I never got to thank her, with my academic advisor, Mandy Chandler. She was awesome and still is, and doing great things, helping a lot of the kids out. And a lot of the kids are already excited to have her as academic advisor as well, too. Some of the incoming guys, younger guys that I know, are really happy, that, she gets to work with them, as they also maintain their academics as well, too. So it's been really cool, you know what I mean? It's been really, really cool to watch, this all unfold, man. But yeah, those people, I think, don't get enough credit. I mean, that whole academic staff has been great. And
Yeah.
we kind of got there as the Claire Bell Smith Center was being built. So, and now seeing it now and all the new stuff and gadgets and that have been added on to it has been really amazing. So, yeah, man, I would say that those people in that staff and in that area at Claire Bell has been awesome. And then, yeah, the staff that we had those 4 years at Michigan State were just, they were really nice, man, and they helped mold me a lot.
Right on. And, yeah, and for those that don't know, you guys will be honored. You're one of 9 honorees coming up Saturday at the Akron game as well. But
Yes.
for you, how deep are you rolling up this Saturday? Do you got like 2 school buses worth of people that you're pulling up with, or how many people are going to be joining you this weekend as you were honored at Spartan Stadium?
I'm confident. I'm confident that I'm at about of people that, I mean, just before we got on, um, a family member reached out and said that they're coming. So
There we go.
I want to say, dude, I got to be at about 40, 45 people,
Strawn. There
um,
we go.
that are coming. And there's going to be some I didn't know. There's going to be some people that were already coming, but just like even more excited to see me get announced, and as well too, with my family and everything. So yeah, I'm at about at least 40. I would say at least 40 is where my number is at. Outside of just me, my wife, and my kids.
That's big time. If not for nothing, that also bodes for a good tailgate before the game as well. That's a good crew you're rolling
Yes.
up with.
Yeah, for sure, dude, for sure. And then at the same time, it's my youngest son's birthday, my oldest son's,
Wow.
my daughter's first football game and tackle. My daughter is a cheerleader, but so yeah,
Wow.
like yeah, it's a big day. It's a big day altogether. But I'm excited, man. I really am. I'm excited to see, like, again, some of the other inductees that I've known, because some of that class we were all kind of all there together around the same time. I know I'm a couple of years older than Dre, and me and Dre knew each other, and then
Mhm.
Floor as well too, and Kalisha also. So yeah, a lot of the people that we have, that get inducted to, it's gonna be kind of cool coming together, man, and celebrating this event, man. It's gonna be cool.
I wanted to bring that up later on, but let's get to it now. Like, you and Draymond did overlap a little bit at Michigan State. Did you guys have a lot of interaction when you were both students there? And if so, I mean, what was Draymond like? Is he just the same Draymond that we still see today all over the place?
Me and Draymond knew each other. We hung out a couple times. We went to. We used to have this thing. Me and him both had bad diets, and I'll probably talk about it at the dinner. But we used to, that Wendy's by Trowbridge.
Oh, of course, iconic place.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, yeah. And so we used to stop by there, and then because we didn't have much. I mean, this is before NIL and
Right.
you know what I mean, all that stuff. We didn't have much, bro. So we would go to we would stop by there. Then both one day we walked in and our coaches caught us, and I heard that his coach, you know what I mean, like threw his stuff out, and then
Oh, no.
Coach Narduzzi really got on me badly, bro, and through so it was a really big. And then so that's the one thing that, like, me and Dre had in common, is that we both had bad diets and been cleaned up. And I mean, dude, his career has been amazing. So I'm so happy to kind of tell him that face to face. Just how proud I am of him, and he's a role model, and he's doing great things, and he's a leader. And I mean, he's considered one of the best defenders in the league, you know what I mean, possibly even
Oh, yeah.
ever, which is amazing. So, but yeah, dude, it's Draymond's awesome, dude. I'm really, really excited.
And we will get back to Mr. Who? That's right, Greg Jones in the hot segment. First, I just got to talk to you fine folks about LinkedIn Jobs. That's right. As we are gearing up for fall, you need the right people on your team to help your small business fire on all cylinders. LinkedIn Jobs is here to make it easier to find the people you want to talk to faster and, best of all, for free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 810 million people. Then add your job in the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you are hiring so your network can help you find the right people to hire. Simple tools like screening questions make it easier to focus on the candidates with the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Did you know that every week, nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. That's linkedin.com/lockedoncollege to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. And as we welcome back the iconic Greg Jones. Hey, just want to thank you all for making Locked On Spartans your first listen every single day here in the Locked On Podcast Network. Greg, like we've already talked about, big Saturday coming up for, well, not just you, but the whole Jones family. You guys are a busy bunch over there. Look at you guys go. Here's a question, though. Your kids are obviously young. You know, they didn't really watch you play at Michigan State. Maybe this is an odd question to answer, but do they know how iconic you are as a Spartan? Like, do they know how big of a deal Dad is? Or are they about to learn a lot this Saturday?
I'm going to give you this story. Son plays running back right now, and he transitioned over from flag football to tackle football.
Gotcha.
And so when he said, Dad, they're grabbing me by my arms and they're trying to tackle me. I said, yes, they can. And he says, well, Dad, you don't know what a tackle is. Yeah, they don't know yet, but he's starting to, and it's been, he's made me better as a coach, that's for sure. But yeah, no, man, they have a clue yet just about like what I've done. I think it probably another 5 years, maybe, until he can really recognize. He's 12. I think it'll make a lot more sense to him about career at the level I did it at. So yeah, I think everybody's gonna keep telling them. But you know, I've been trying to show them video. You know, it's just a different time, dude. Like there wasn't like such a big like stuff like that. It's really hard, you know. And I was able to find mine on YouTube against the Redskins, not with the Giants, and made it for him. And even then, he still didn't really quite comprehend everything. So to answer you, there's going to be a lot of learning, and no, he does not know exactly, which is okay. Like I'm happy, like I said, that he gets to come and kind of see, and love going to the game. I already took him to a game before COVID when he was 4 years old, so I think it's going to be really cool for him to see it and want to go and everything. So it warm up and we'll go out there, you know, before the game starts as well too. So yeah, I'm excited.
Wow, that's amazing. And you know what? Let's do the thing that, you know, guests always hate to talk about, which is just talk about themselves. But hey, this is your week, man. We're here to talk about you. So let's ask the question of what in your MSU career are you most proud of? And of course, well, we got some candidates here, like, okay, obviously back-to-back All-American, just one of 4 Michigan State players to do so. You led the team in tackles all 4 years, which is crazy. You had
Yes.
40 consecutive starts. You led the team in tackles in 31 of your last 39 games. Is it any of those I just named, or is there even something else that you're most proud of from your career at Michigan State?
Man, I, I guess particularly one you did not like being voted a captain. What meant a lot to me
Gotcha.
because of me. It means a lot. The way Coach D did it, that the team vote. I know some staffs do it where the coaches vote, but he did it to vote, and that meant a lot to me. I think the one that is leading the team in tackles, not like as a sense of like doing the work regardless of, and also leading by example. I think not that of Michael Jordan, but in
Oh, sure you are. Come on.
his yeah, I know, right? Quote in Last Dance that always talk about do something that I didn't do, and that's that I think as a leader, especially now, it's really hard to say, well, like you've done it, in a long time, but can you do it again? And you're like, well, no, just do as I say. And that's just really hard, as a leader, and I think in today's world, but and so I think I can honestly tell them like, dude, this is how you not just act by example, but also being vocal, and that's what kind of led me into being. But I first, I wanted to show, and I think they wanted to see the production. I bring that up as one of the more prouder moments at Michigan State because it's really freaking, dude. Like it really is, and when people know that you're there, when they're double teaming me at linebacker, which you don't see a whole lot,
Right.
You know what I mean? Just they go right past a second round defensive tackle, to come up to me is really hard. You know what I'm saying, dude? So, and to get that, have that production at the level I did, that meant a lot to me. And it was the majority, I would say almost all of it was, in the thick things are tough, not staying into the fourth quarter, just getting tackles, as guys. So, big difference there. And yeah, I appreciate you saying that. But yeah, things are kind of my more prouder moments. Don't get me wrong, I'm super happy about All-American, just on a personal level. That right there, I'm kind of excited about.
And obviously, look, I mean, the play in the field spoke for itself in what you guys did in 2010 with winning the Big Ten title. But just like you said, like there needed to be some strong leadership on that team because it was your junior year, 6-7, probably not the year you guys were looking for. But then, okay, just like that, next year you win the Big Ten championship. When did you start to think that, okay, we have it this year? Like this is a really good team. We brushed off everything that we did last year. Was it in the offseason or did it take a few weeks into the season for you guys to realize like, oh yeah, this is going to happen this year?
I would say the all season, specifically spring training in the winter, because our younger guys at that time were guard and Trey Waynes and you know what I mean, and Connor Cook and those guys were pushing the level players at that time, our juniors and seniors. And so when you have that and help out so much because your level of practice is higher, your level of higher, you're fighting for, playing time harder, which means that you have to play better, right? And you're studying better and you're always trying to find the edge. Eventually, right, find that edge against your opponent. So I would say that off season was really cool because I mean it was hard, dude. I mean, pushing younger guys coming in, everything, dude. It was hard. So I love the fact that we had a lot of good young guys that year that came in that eventually some of the years that happened after with the Big Ten championships and eventually a Rose Bowl. Yeah, that was really cool to see. Really cool.
And here's a super broad question, but always a fascinating one that I always ask every former player. What was your favorite game to play in at Michigan State? Obviously, no shortage of great answers, but if you had to limit it to one game that you would just love to replay in your head, what was your favorite game?
Man,
I know, hot seat time. That's right.
that favorite game. I guess I think the one that was really cool was Michigan at Michigan in 08.
That's a good pick.
Because before that game, we were the quote unquote, I call it a lucky game, not little brother game, but 11 game. The guys that played in that game had so much to get out their mouth. We had so much riding on it from that point in time. So it was real to go there, win there, and start a streak. You know what I mean? That lasted for a while.
Yeah.
And then even from 08 till now, the series and the dominance there. So it was my favorite game because, I mean, it was just so cool. Javon Ringer with the crazy, like, flipping the fields and running that all the way down and wide, and James Rouse with a big touchdown. It was just a cool game, man. A lot of people, which I love. I love when everybody plays a part. I think football's too big for it to be type of thing. Even though I'm not lying, that's always cool to see that from time to time. But like where so many people played a part, I thought was like amazing. So, 08, Michigan at Michigan was a big win. And that trophy back, getting Paul back was awesome.
No doubt about it. And yeah, hey, that started a streak that still is kind of around to this day. I mean, I think it's like 10 out of the last 14. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's a very high and favorable number, so we'll take it. Obviously, hey, a few more weeks before we get to the next Michigan game. But did you watch the MSU Western game on Friday by any chance? And if so, what was your biggest takeaway from the game? If you could just help us preview this season with this current Michigan State team. Yeah, let us bring us into the mind of Greg Jones. There we go.
So, there's a lot of team in the staff right now, and I'm not saying that's my point is, but it's hard and it's hard, and I've been there. I've been before in 2010. We were starting to have not as much as hype as they have now. I think most guys would agree, but especially with social media, the way things are going, given the hype going in until now, and I kind of young guys, and you're hyping them up, but dude, they're going against some transfer portals, have been sitting around waiting to go. Even though I know it's Western, or dude, like, that competition, that level of detail on their end, they're going to do everything they can to win, and I think they try, besides a younger quarterback, but
sure.
But yeah, I did watch the game. I would just say I think that we shook off a lot of the rust. I think it's been tough. There's a big difference now as well, given that, coaches had a full off season to kind of come in and so kind of start to build the type of which I love, the chop life. I love that. I totally agree with that. But I know, man, and I think those are words to live by. I think life goes on in every facet, on the field and off the field, and wherever you're easy, there's always something there. Especially when guys like myself and people trying to do a lot and at the same time juggle family. But to know, man, and I think that we got a really good thing going on. I think if guys can eliminate mistakes, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I was somewhat critical. I think we made, just like we're young. I don't think that we're not smart or anything. I think that as we start to gain more experience in certain, we can definitely have a lot of success. So I think one of the things they threw out there was like an 11-1 type of thing, or 10-2. I think we're things. I think we have to prove that we can play in big games and things as well too.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I think we just got to win that Big Ten schedule as well. And again, we got to show experience. We got to show experience. We can't, little things like driving in the red zone and stuff like that. That is things to eliminate. Things to rush was amazing. BT Jordan, I've been watching for a long time. I met a dude. Loved our pass rush. I love how we were getting to the ball and Sylvester out there. Very, very, happy to have them as part of our. I thought our receivers started to catch fire on a little bit later to Russ, and I think we got to really hammer down our run game. I'm not definitely think it can be better, and I think that the coaches and players would agree also. So,
hey, only good things coming up, and especially this Saturday with your Hall of Fame induction. Greg, I can't thank you enough for just being so generous with your time, especially on a busy week. You've been on the show a handful of times now. I think it's like your third appearance, and every single time you get super geeked up about it. You were one of my all-time favorite players, so I'm stoked that you are getting on this Saturday.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Greg. You're the man. Thank you so much for joining us. And hey, go enjoy your weekend, man. That's right. And let those kids know how big of a deal Dad is. That's right. Don't be shy about it. Let's go.
Thank you, buddy. Happy Labor Day to you too, man.
Absolutely, man. Take it easy, Greg. You're the man. And thank you, everyone, for making us your first watch and listen every single day. You know where to find us. We do this 5 days a week. It's Locked on Spartans. You guys are the best. Go enjoy the rest of your week. Love you all. Go Green. Woo!